Hi everybody, my name is Doug Wilson. This is Yellow Hawk Custom Kydex. I want to show you some sheath systems we've built over the last week or so. Here's the first one. This is Adirondack Hex Cam. It's got a Phoenix EO2R flashlight on the front. It's pretty bright. I don't know, 120 lumens, something like that. Pretty bright. Put it back in, engage the shock cord, and it's not going anywhere. Not unless you take it out. It's not coming out unless you take it out. Even if this pops off, it's still not going to come out of there. Alright? I try to think of ways to foil Murphy's Law. Right? So, and that's the way these are built, bomb-proof. And Murphy's Law foiling. Face mount ferro rod, Sunto compass. Now the where I have it here, it's perfect, right? It's simple and it's effective, right? If you want to use the compass, just take the ferro rod out, right? Put the ferro rod in your hand and use the compass, right? Got a rotating bezel, glows in the dark, Sunto. They're precision-made instruments. I've been using them, Sunto products, all my life, and I stand by them. All right, there we go. And then a fine diamond rod sharpener on the side, which wraps around the back and becomes a mount plate, right? Which the combat lock belt clip is on the mount plate, mounted, right? In the Raptor dangler assembly position. 90 degree, just like that, right? This way, right? You can also can it for cross draw if you want, right? You can also take this off and put a molly lock clip on there if you choose to do so. Live fire, this is good stuff. It's basically cotton and Vaseline on steroids. Good stuff. I always say if you can't get a fire going with this stuff in the field, you don't belong out there. This is just, it's just a no-brainer. Okay? So there's the first one. The Delta Whiskey Infinity is my design. This is one of the last ones from the CPM 3V lot that was sold. So there aren't any more of these left. We will be doing another lot. I just don't know when. Whenever LT Wright has a chance. Probably in a year. I don't know. Something like that. Okay. Delta Whiskey Infinity. This one is for a good client who has Buku Yellow Hawk sheaths. This is a Baldrick Carry JX5. Alright. Baldrick Carry JX5. Bark River makes them. Chris Tanner designed it. But I don't think they're making any more of these. They're hard to get. Okay? JX5, big chopper. Face mount Phoenix E12 version 2. You can use it inside the holder if you want. Right? Say you got it in Baldrick Carry on your side. Just do this with the light. Hey Jim. Hey Fred. That's a bear. All right. So, real simple, effective. Like I said, Murphy's Law foiling. Face mount, SE accessory pouch, ferro rod on the side in the webbing with shock cord. Okay, I wouldn't put it in this webbing if there wasn't a way to secure it reliably, right? So, here's my biggest fear, right? Say I build something, and it's okay, you know what I mean? And I let it go out of this shop. And the owner gets it, and he says, oh, I'm going to put this on Facebook. I want to show everybody what I got. Everybody's looking at that sheath, picking it apart, right? That just irritates me, right? So I build these things the way I want them, right? And if a client says to me, hey, Doug, I want this on my sheath, and I want it in this position, if it doesn't work, I'm going to say something to him. I'm going to say that's not really the best position for that particular option. Why don't we go this way with it? And they usually take my lead because I've been doing it for so long, right? I know how my sheath systems function in the field. I already know. They've been tested 1,000 times over, right? Anyway, baldric carry, beach and tactical sling. Now, on the back, he didn't want a belt clip or anything, right? So, that left room for a nice diamond sharpener, okay? A nice flip out DMT diamond sharpener, right? Fine. This is fine, right? The red ones are fine. And I drilled a hole, you know, in the handle up here. Put a lanyard on it so that he can secure it. Not going anywhere. See how it goes up into that slot? That's not coming off of there. No way, no how. Unless you pull it. Right? Unless you pull it off of there. There's a couple of different ways you can put it on there too. You know, put the cord in the slot. Okay? And then our voodoo dangler, which is a voodoo baldric D-ring now. Right? With double screws. Big knife, I do double screws. Alright? Big knife, double screws. And then a shackle on the front. Okay? This is a really simple, effective, functional way of setting up a baldric system. Right? And I get that D-ring as far up on the sheath as I can get it. And that helps it ride better. It just rides better the further up it is. Right? To a certain point. Okay? And this is Recon Kydex. Recon Monsoon, I think. Pretty cool. OD green and black. Okay. The pouch does have a tin in it. There's some accessory screws in there right now. But he can put whatever he wants in this tin. Alright? This guy, real simple. Bark River. Nice knife. EXT2. I like this. I like this knife. And then pretty simple super cam with a face plate and a vertical tech lock. Pretty simple. That's what the client wants. That's what he gets. All right. This is a William Collins knife. If you don't know about William Collins knives and you're a bushcrafter type guy, right? Check his knives out, right? Check his knives out. They're really nice. He does a great job. And he does transitional grinds, too, in some of his knives, right? This grind is good for this grind is good for this, and it's in one knife, right? I don't know, a bear to sharpen, I don't know. I've never wanted to sharpen one, but face mount, standalone diamond rod, okay? These diamonds on this rod are really fine, right? The finest ones I have, okay? They're a little more expensive than our, you know, our other diamond sharpeners. There it is. That have that housing, right? But pretty fine. This is the finest I've seen yet that I can get in a rod, right? So they do a good job. They do a good job. Who makes those? AccuSharp? No. Lansky. That's a Lansky rod, right? It's basically this honking monstrosity, right? I wouldn't put these on a sheath. I've seen guys put them on sheaths. Too heavy, too bulky. Just, you know, it's a no-brainer to... I don't think you can get these out. I don't know if you can get these out of there, but it's the same rod. Okay? That's the way I do it. And then you can throw the housing away. Right? These carbide sharpeners, they're for kitchen knives. Right? And taking off a lot of steel if you got a big chip. Right? It's the only reason I would use that in the field. Is if I had a big chip in my blade and I need to get it out of there quick, right? But trust me, it takes off a lot of metal and reprofiles your edge. So be prepared. Okay? And then Molly lock centered on a mount plate in the back. So you can take the Molly lock off, put a tech lock on there, combat lock belt clip, small tech lock. Did you get all that? Alright. This is FG. ATAX FG and regular OD green. Okay? Now this, Marlin spike. I think they call it a Marlin spike. Anyway, self-defense tool. He wanted it for his wife, his girlfriend, whatever, so she could clip it in her purse and have some adjustability up and down, so that's what she gets, right? Got it in her purse, just pull that thing out, and you're good to go, right? Take some practice to wield these. Alright guys, this is Doug Wilson for Yellowhawk Custom Kydex. Thanks for watching, I appreciate you guys. See ya.